Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2025 Honda Odyssey. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Stockton 12 Honda here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Odyssey. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 280 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, it's interesting how there's kind of like cuts there, and then popping down below, the headlights actually look pretty cool here on the Odyssey. Got a little turn signal indicator down below. Notice you got the Honda logo front and center. And overall, I mean, for a minivan, it's pretty good looking. Now around the side here, our steering wheel setup is 235 by 55 by 19 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see with the wheels completely blacked out with this package, but then they do chrome trim there at the bottom, which is very interesting. But there's a side profile. And this leads us to the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening for the doors, remote start. We got the opening for the hatch. We got the Honda logo there in the back, and pop her open. Now popping into the rear, you guys can see there's a decent amount of storage space behind the third row. And like most modern minivans, you can fold the third row in. They have got like a little diagram for that. Pretty much everyone's copied Chrysler's Stow and Go. And it's cool that it's all nicely labeled, which makes things easier to use. But yeah, pretty solid with that. When you're all done, just press the button and it'll pop back down. And here's a quick look at the taillights. It's pretty cool how it arcs around. Then you've got all the badges here on the back. And that's the rest of the rear. Now taking a look at the seats here in the second row, they're actually really nice. They got this cool red stitching with this sport package. These would be really easy to clean off, no perforations. And stepping in's easy too. Legroom's good. We've got a little storage pocket here for the door. Got the vent down below. Got some cup holders there with some USB ports. The door itself does have a sunshade on it, which is another nice feature. And then you got good headroom back here. And is it gonna pop up on camera? There you go. Got our own climate zone. Now legroom here in the back's actually pretty dang solid. This is cool. They got little vents here. Got some cup holders, USB ports, and then headroom back here is really good. So this is nice. Now take a look at the front door panel. You can see with all the soft touch trim, which is pretty cool. Window controls, we've got our mirror adjustments, memory seat function. Just a quick look at the mirrors themselves. And then here are the seats. Nice stitching all down. All of our adjustments there on the side. And you can see here with the soft touch trim on the dash. That's actually not really soft touch. Interesting. For the doors, and then you got the hatch as well, and then the stability control. Kind of random with the stability control in that area. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around. Got the red stitching there in the center. Paddle shifters here on the back. Got a bunch of practical controls, including adaptive cruise control, lane centering, volume, voice command controls as well. And then you've got your regular stocks here on the back. Pretty cool gauge cluster setup. Notice we can scroll through and see different bits of information on systems within the vehicle right there. So it's nice having a screen in the center. Just a regular backup camera in reverse. And then the rest of the infotainment system is just normal Honda. Nothing too crazy with it. Quick response time with the screen. I like the little physical volume control. It makes it nice. Speaking of physical controls, tons of stuff for the climate. Again, tri-zone. We do have heated seats for the front. And then the transmission selects a bunch of buttons, which is interesting. Got your auto stop start, your snow mode, your econ mode as well. You can see with the nice trim across the dash. And then got some charging ports open here too. Some cup holders. Got the wireless phone charging pad right there. Some more storage, which is nice. Nice trim here on the top. Got the rear view mirror, little sunglass holder up top. Doesn't want to lock. Do I not have the magic touch? Okay, anyways, I got the sunroof as well. Now taking a look at the window sticker, you guys can see this is a Sport L 2025. $44,465 is the total MSRP. Man, these minivans have gotten expensive. Let's see how it drives. Odyssey, visibility, pretty darn good. This thing's great about minivans. Visibility. Man, if things keep going at the rate they're going, I've been saying this for a while, I'm probably gonna end up with one of these. It is what it is, you know? I mean, you know, it comes from the Bible. Be fruitful and drive a minivan. Just kidding, but also it's, yeah. So, seat comfort's actually pretty good. I like seats like this. Easy to clean. Obviously, you know, no perforations means no cooled seat ability, but I'm okay with giving that up. Just do some window tint, blast the AC. You don't need cooled seats. That's just fine. And yeah, just the padding and everything, I don't know, it's comfortable. It's a nice experience. Man, that's an older, not like an old Range Rover, it's an older Range Rover. It's still driving. Surprising to see one of those on the road, right? Good power. Transmission's pretty quick. Smooth too. Nice. And the ride quality's pretty good. Yeah, like going over that, that's nice. It's just smooth. It's interesting, these have these, the minivan has this armrest because the center console's so low. It's kind of an awkward position. I feel like I'm like T-Rex arming if I have my arm on the armrest. I'd rather almost have no armrest. Yeah, suspension's pretty dang comfortable, which is nice. Good power. Smooth too. Yeah, that 10-speed, Honda's 10-speed's a great transmission. It's very, very smooth. And it's pretty quick to shift. Yeah, look how this drives. Power! Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Only downside about the Odyssey is it's not all-wheel drive. Whenever I talk to automakers about adding all-wheel drive to certain cars, the snarky response that, and I haven't talked to Honda about this, but from other automakers, the snarky response that I always get is, oh, it's gonna take away from sales of our other all-wheel drive cars. And it's like, no, different market. Like, I'll give you an example. What I heard from Kia is the reason they don't have all-wheel drive on the Carnival is they're worried that people won't buy Tellurides anymore. And it's like, the person that buys a Carnival is not the same person that buys a Telluride. Two completely different buyers. So if you add all-wheel drive to the Carnival, you aren't going to pull from Telluride sales, you're going to pull from Toyota sales. Because Toyota offers all-wheel drive. And same thing to Honda, right? If Honda thinks that they're going to sell fewer pilots, no, they won't sell fewer pilots. They'll sell the same amount of pilots and they'll sell more Odysseys because there's people that want, you know, a Japanese minivan that still has a V6 like this, but they also want all-wheel drive. So, just my 2 cents on that. I think they should add all-wheel drive because, again, like, I don't know, I think from my perspective, like, if I was going to buy a minivan, I'm not, like, I wouldn't be comparing between a minivan and an SUV. It's like, I get the minivan because I have so many kids and they're so messy and there's lots of stuff, and it's like that you're at the when you're at the point of getting a minivan, like, that's it. That's the only thing you're looking at. You're not really looking at other stuff at that point. So yeah, there's my little talk about all-wheel drive. So overall, the Odyssey's nice. It drives really well. It still has a V6, which is great transmission with the 10-speed. Just a solid setup overall. I just wish that Honda offered all-wheel drive with this, because I think that, you know, the Odyssey sells well, but I think that it would sell even better. And it's the same thing with their Civics. They should offer all-wheel drive in the Civic. I've heard that they don't want to do that because then they're worried people won't buy CR-Vs. And again, different buyers. The person that buys a crossover versus the person that buys a sedan or a hatchback, different. Okay, I'm done. Have fun.